What's up, guys? We're back for another What's Coming to Rust, and we've got some goodies and some interesting changes here. So, first off, we're going to go ahead and jump into a few of the little changes. First things, as you'll see, the shop front has gone up from 250 HP to 750, so that it is equal to scrap metal walls. So people have been using them kind of as windows. I don't know why they don't just give us windows anyways, but hey, yeah, whatever works. The other thing here is you now have a disable and enable broadcasting on the vending machines. They've also been doubled to be 1000 HP. I mean, they'll take 2 C4, 3 C4 to go ahead and break them down. Now, when you hit G here, you can see these green markers, and those are vending machines, so you can broadcast your store across the map. Now, they're saying they're not sure if people are going to like this or not. They're changing the map. They're also allowing you to see the rad towns and everything. They're saying, why not? People use Rust.io or external programs or something else anyways. Might as well allow it to be on the map. So that's a couple changes they've made there. Something else pretty simple, but something desperately needed. The sewing kit is actually bigger now and should be easier to pick up. Thank you for listening. And same thing with the gunpowder. If it would flip upside down, it would sometimes be invisible. So now they've turned it into a bag of gunpowder, which makes far more sense. So that's also nice. Another quality of life change here is the double barrel now has a proper iron sight. So if you like it, awesome. If you didn't care, then oh well. But I think it's a nice little change. Next up, code locks now have a guest option. So this isn't fully detailed out by them yet, but you can kind of check it out. If you go ahead and unlock, you can set a guest code. So, 444 or something. And then you have your separate code lock code. The guest code will let the people come in and out through it, but they cannot change the code lock. So you can let someone in your base with the code without letting them be able to take your base over, which is nice. The turret has had quite a few changes when it's put onto Peacekeeper mode. It no longer sees rocks, Boda bags, and other things improperly as hostile. But if you start damaging a building, it will start shooting at you. As soon as you switch to doing anything hostile, it will start attacking you. And there's also a note saying that the turret now has a laser sight, which I do not see. So that might not be fully implemented yet. Along with a few other things that are missing, there's chairs, tables, and rugs. Those are nice decorative items they're giving us, and so far they don't exist. Or I should say aren't spawnable yet, so I don't know if those will make it into the update or not. But those are already some pretty cool changes. The big thing, of course, here is going to be the heavy plate armor. So it's a 3-piece suit. You've got the helmet, the chest, and the pants. Now, the way the head and chest work exactly like any other you would expect, I'm not sure if these protection values are right. Doesn't seem to be. So, we'll just have to see the testing on that. But the pants count as pants and armor. So normally you could do something like this. You drag this guy in, it kicks both of those out because it's one piece. This, however, allows you to wear gloves and boots with the heavy armor and kind of just complete out the look. Now, if you haven't noticed already, I'm running quite a bit slower here. Okay? I'll go ahead and go into third person here so you can see. So it's quite a bit slower, but it's not super slow. We'll give an example by switching to your standard armor set here. And you can see much faster. Much, much faster. So it does hinder a bit. Whether or not that's going to be the only balance or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, you can pretty much also just get rid of the leg option, and it does slow you a bit, but you now have full leg protection with the standard metal which is kind of cool as well. So that's an option as well, you can see there. And I'm sure we'll be seeing skins for this pretty soon anyways, but it's a nice little set. It's pretty cool. We'll get some final stats on it after the update, I'm sure. But this is something I've been super excited for, just to have that kind of like tank armor. And it's something long time waiting for the game, and I like the fact that you're wearing a pot on your head. It's not, as much as I do want to see some kind of military like Kevlar come back, that should definitely only be by airdrops. I'm glad that we have some kind of like heavy solution that can be crafted. And speaking of crafting it, we'll go ahead and take a look at the cost of it here. So if we scroll, it's not craftable yet. I don't know if that's on purpose or if it can only be found. They haven't stated anything yet. So as of right now, as this video is being done and put out, no notes on that. If there is, I'll pin it down in the description below to let you guys know that that has changed. But yeah, right now, not craftable at all. So that's very interesting. So moving on here, last thing I wanted to kind of show is the map, and then briefly talk about the door closer. So door closer is something you can spawn in as an admin right now, but it is not an actual item. It doesn't actually show up other than this little tiny bit of like a shadow right there. But if you open a door, it closes. It's about 4 seconds or so, and you can go ahead and actually like remove the door thing. Now this is going to be an item that can't be crafted. It can only be found, and it's also meant to be not as a like ruining to being, you know, like going deep or something like that. It's not meant to really ruin that gameplay aspect. It's really only there for the fact of like shops and so forth. So they're really wanting to push the trading, which some people like, some don't. I think it's a cool option to have in the game, but it's not really something I see viable myself, just because you can't trust people in this game. But hey, maybe this will lead to being able to trust people. So anyways, this door closer is supposed to be like if you have a way where people can get in, but it closes the door automatically behind them kind of thing. So I think this has to do kind of with the guest code and stuff. They're kind of testing some things out and seeing how that's going to go. Lastly, we're going to check out the map one last time. And like I said, see there you can see the little note a little better. And this might lead to more things being able to be pingable. Maybe events, maybe the helicopter, who knows. They said they're going to do some things with it that the community will be very upset about. So we'll see if that meant this or if it meant something else. We don't really know yet, so that's just kind of where we're sitting there. But that pretty much covers it for now, guys. They've been doing a lot of changes for the AI, which I'll cover more after the dev blog in case they have something cool to say about it. It'll probably be March or later until we do see something from that, though. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Click that like button, and we will see you next time.